that.
3 of 4 BRPD officers, including a high-ranking deputy chief, have been arrested amid an investigation sparked by our reporting. The WFBI team was the only media in the courtroom Thursday afternoon when officers Todd Thomas, Jesse Barcelona, and Deputy Chief Troy Lawrence Sr. turned themselves in and went before a judge before being taken into custody. A source tells the WAFBI team the arrests are all tied to an incident from 3 years ago where a man arrested by BRPD's now suspended street crimes unit claims he was beaten while in custody. That same source tells us a portion of that encounter was captured on a body camera that was later illegally destroyed. We're told that officer was told to lose his body camera. That's when he allegedly drove it to the top of the new Mississippi River Bridge and threw it over the side into the water. We're told that same officer then wrote a letter claiming the body cam had been lost. Barcelona is facing malfeasance in office, principal to theft, and principal to obstruction charges. And Thomas faces simple battery, theft, malfeasance in office, and obstruction charges. Both of them were placed on leave by the department last week. Lawrence Sr., who was placed on leave just yesterday, is facing malfeasance in office, principal to obstruction, principal to battery, and principal to theft charges. The 4th officer, Douglas Schutz, is also facing a malfeasance charge. That same source tells the WAFBI team that another officer who was involved recently blew the whistle on that whole situation and is now cooperating with prosecutors. This comes as heat is turned up within the department with 2 internal investigations and an FBI probe into potential officer misconduct tied to the Brave Cave. That's a secretive warehouse where some members of BRPD have allegedly beaten and illegally strip-searched people in their custody. In a recent sit-down interview with Chief Murphy Paul, he credited WAFB's reporting, which exposed allegations of abuse inside the Brave Cave, for those investigations getting as far as they have.
What's concerning to me, and I know you've ran stories, and look, we probably wouldn't have gotten this far if it wasn't for your story, because it was your story when I first paid attention to what's going on. I had never heard of the Brave Cave before. So these investigations that have been started began, and when you hear the allegations, I think it's important for us to bring some type of conclusion to these investigations.
This comes as tensions are rising within the department. The chief has announced he's retiring soon, but last night he lost his cool during a meeting with Metro Council members as they tried to clear the air and get some answers about the Brave Cave. At one point, he criticized members of the council for essentially tying his hands as he tried to discipline officers in the past.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 resigned under investigation. And then there's appeals. And you know what you do? You strip my funding. Y'all sitting here trying to deal off these people's emotions, and some of y'all the problem. Jen Rocker, you sit there, defund the police department's budget from a legal standpoint, and then come here because I don't have legal representation and I got to play lawyer to fight these bad actors. Let's talk facts.
Now, BRPD will hold a news conference at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning to talk about today's arrests and, of course, their latest findings into the Brave Cave is what we're hoping will come out of that.
Man, it's just kind of hard to keep up with all this. Thank you for staying on top of it. Appreciate it. Our entire team working on this for you folks to see what's next. If you want to catch the latest reports there, as you see, WFBI team reports, WFB+.
The recently arrested head